our simple, unwashed audience, McCartney and I might seem unattainable and perfect, but newsflash, we're not.
Beneath these fun, flirty veneers, there is a maelstrom of anxiety waiting to devour us whole.
I'm tired, I'm sore, I bought a house I can't afford, my kid doesn't like me, I'm on a painfully long waiting list for some elective surgery of the anal variety.
Okay. Point is, we are barely keeping it together.
So today, on the advice of some very firm but caring mental health professionals, we are going to relax and try and enjoy ourselves for once.
We're smelling the burnt fig.
Embracing the joie de vivre of a food cook who is the human version of Valiant.
The Baronessa of the Barossa, Maggie Beer.
Maggie Beer.
This is definitely Maggie Beer. Maggie is a self-taught TV cook and best-selling cookbook author. For our American friends, she's essentially a non-racist Paula Deen.
For our UK friends, she's like the two fat ladies, but not as dead.
She's warm, carefree and full of love for all humankind, like she's constantly 3 drinks in.
And if our mums were to ever les it up in their senior years, then Maggie is definitely the lady we'd want as second mum.
But if we can't nuzzle into the calming bosom of second mum, then we're going to do the next best thing. We're going to become just like Maggie Beer. I look like laundry.
Yes, I feel like a wealthy ghost.
Maggie has a great life. She has her own farm.
She has one of those grapevine-y verandas.
She uses quinces and figs and cooks with fancy birds you've never even heard of before, like winklefowl and thricecock.
She has a steadfast oak desk at a beautiful bay window where she blogs in her kitchen diary, which is a sort of written tribute to dried apricots.
What a great life. How does she do it? Because personally speaking, I work until my hair falls out and I can still only afford a rental property that is covered in rat piss.
It's a mystery. In unrelated news, Maggie also has a range of high-end gourmet products, like her famous verjuice, which is made from the juice of ver. Maggie was the first person to produce verjuice commercially after cleverly identifying a gap in the market once she included verjuice in every single one of her recipes.
Thank God she was there to plug up her own hole.
Today, we're taking one of those recipes, slow-roasted stuffed lamb shoulder, and giving it a glorious The Catering Show twist to avoid a copyright issue.
That's right, McLennan. We'll be using our very own The Catering Show fructose-free verjuice substitute, Dianaberry Juice, which is made from luscious
Dianaberries.
Sure. So here's our Maggie Beer-inspired recipe. Should we get started, McLennan?
Yes, let's. Goodness, there are a lot of steps, aren't there? OK, let's handpick a bouquet of buxom herbs from our autumnal harvest, even though it is summer. Oh, look, warmed hazelnuts. Very hot.
According to her blog, Maggie loves life's simple things. Winter beans, summer Labradors.
Cooking with seasonal produce farmed by staff on your rolling 3-hectare property that looks like it's from an in-flight ad for Tourism South Australia.
But we're in Melbourne, in the old industrial suburb of Preston, which, with its factories and meth stabbings, is a tonal shift.
But we're not going to let that stop us from bringing a bit of the Barossa to Preston by planting these poetic herbs here in my rambling garden. Oh, look, the remains of a stunning dead cat.
How much did you pay for this house?
Too much. Well, we're 2 hours in and I'm de-stressing. My phone is off because it has been disconnected and things have really slowed down here in the Catering Show kitchen, haven't they, McCartney?
Yes. There's so much other shit I could be doing right now. For instance, this morning, I smelled something burning in my house, and I must admit, I do wonder how that's resolved itself.
This is the lamb that McCartney king hit, and I'm stuffing it with a rambunctious mix of herbs, spices, breadcrumbs, and pickled quinces that I have not made because I am a normal fucking human being, Maggie. Now it's time to drizzle the gentle meat in Dianaberry juice and pop it into our very hot wood-fired oven. And now we baste our winsome meat every 30 minutes for the next 5 hours.
5 hours? Hello. This is gluten-free homebrew beer that I have made from summer fruits and sunshine. It won't be ready for 3 months, so in the interim, I'm going to drink something that's actually convenient and won't taste like a strawberry just pissed itself. This is very convenient. It's a premix, it has a lid, and the inclusion of waste-grade bourbon really speeds up the time between your first sip and getting your stomach pumped. I'll be drinking it today as I update my Maggie Beer-inspired kitchen diary blog. The dirt is in full bloom. The cows are all in breach. And the deep vermilion of the ripe spring plums reminds me it's pap smear time.
Now, I know a lot of you viewers will be thinking, ladies, where do you find the time to baste a roast for 5 fucking hours?
Do you not have jobs, kids, or debts with the Australian Tax Office?
Are you moneyed up? Were you involved in a car wreck and are now living off the proceeds of a transport accident payout?
How do you have the time and money for this shit?
But in Maggie's world, these life pressures are not a problem.
So just stop worrying about them.
And indulge, as Maggie does, in your favourite kitchen rituals. McCartney, what's your favourite kitchen ritual?
Fuck off.
Superb. While McCartney bastes our Suffolk lamb, I am going to take a kaffir lime leaf out of Maggie's book and indulge in one of her favourite kitchen rituals, making preserved lemons. To what end, I do not know. So many lemons. An interminable pile of lemons. Why are there so many lemons? Preserved lemons are awful. Well, it has been 5 hours, and now it is time to eat our beautiful, slow-cooked, stuffed Maggie Beer Barossa Dianaberry Juice stuffed Barossa lamb shoulder. McCartney.
Yeah.
You have just spent one wonderful day being just like Maggie Beer. How do you feel?
I want to burn all of this to the ground, starting with this wartime menstrual rag of a scarf. You?
Yes, no amount of polishing hazelnuts can override the inescapable realization that I am drowning. I am literally drowning in mortgage repayments. Would you like to carve?
Absolutely not.
Wonderful. Oh, look. It's very tough. We have just wasted an entire day.
The helicopters are nice.
Yeah, it's the police.
Oh, they're a real value add.
Do you think you'll buy a house one day?
Yeah, when my parents die.
That's what I should have done. Did your house burn down?
Nah. Rat just cooked itself on the radiator. It's kind of a pity, though. Fire is very calming.
It's like the flames are talking to you.
Yeah.